Hello you beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kimmy K. I have made this video because my video I posted 2 days ago went a tiny bit insane for my channel. It's not the norm and I'm not used to it.
You are not normal.
I did have lots and lots of comments and I wanted to give you an update on the whole Madeleine McCann Julia Wendell thing. I just want to say this right. I am not a journalist.
No, I'm not a journalist at all, obviously.
I have not spent days, months, weeks, years researching all this stuff. I literally take the stuff that I see in the media and I report on it in a YouTube video.
It's really that simple.
Firstly, I need to apologise to everyone. So I apologise if my opinions do not align with yours. That's absolutely fine. I also apologise if my humour is a little bit too dark for you. Again, we just don't have the same views on things and that's fine.
We want the same thing. My friend.
Thank you to everyone that supported me on that video, left me really nice comments. You guys are incredible and that's who I make videos for basically. Let's have a look. We're going to do some updates. I'm going to go through the comments. I'm going to try and answer some questions. In the previous video, I did a video about Julia Wendell and I said, I believe that this girl is Madeleine McCann. I will say that with chest. I actually believe her. I'm not a forensic expert. I'm not a journalist. I'm just a person that sits in my studio and makes YouTube videos. Purely for entertainment purposes, okay?
Okay.
So, let's have a look at some of the comments and see if I can answer some of your guys' questions. I also want to give an update on she got arrested recently. When I recorded that video, she'd literally just been arrested, which is what prompted me to make that video. Oh, this is my comment. So I put it's come to my attention that some people believe that this is a made-up story and it is not. So I just want to say all the information I got from that video was from publications. So the Daily Mail was one. I know we can't rely on the Daily Mail. They are a bag of but they were one of the articles that I used. There was a few others and I linked them in the description of the video so you can go and have a look for yourself. But literally, if you Google Madeleine McCann Julia Wendell new DNA, all this information will come up. All the information that I had was from online sources. I didn't just decide to wake up one day and make up some bull. That's not what happened. I can't believe they don't already have the parents' DNA in the system. The police should have their DNA. Why don't they? I'm pretty sure that they do. They must have. So when everything first happened, they must have took their DNA and they must be on file. So they definitely do have them somewhere. If you see Maddie's sister, one of the twins, and put her next to Julia, there is no denying that questions need answering. Poor girl. She's been trying to find out who she is and made 2 mistakes and people demonise her for it. Really? Geesh. Walk a mile. Jerry and Kate don't want answers because they don't know what they did. Jerry and Kate don't want answers because they know what they did. Okay, so I didn't know this before. Like I said, I'm just taking stuff from out the media, all the recent stuff that's come out. I haven't done years worth of research, like I said. I didn't know that Julia had previously made 2 claims that she was previous missing people. That is quite alarming to me. That is something that probably needs to be looked at. So that just shows to me that this girl is pretty lost. Now, again, okay, she may have a mental health disorder. I'm not saying that she does not have a mental health disorder. She may well have one. And this fixation that she's got with Maddie is just part of her mental health. However, like I said before, if she could just get the DNA, the issue would be solved. We would all know who she is. She would know who she is. The McCanns would know who she is. And it would be put to bed. That was my argument. That is the whole point of my video. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks. Perhaps she is not Maddie, but all she wants is a DNA test. That will end all of this. So all the haters, what is the problem with her requesting a DNA test, which she is willing to pay for? They have spent millions on the search and at least it will end her torment, right? By the way, if your child was insisting she was not your child, wouldn't you have a DNA test to prove you were not very good parenting? Exactly, this is my point. Like, if you take away what she looks like, okay, because people have said to me that she doesn't look anything like Madeleine McCann. That's completely valid. I think people have different perspectives on what people look like, and I am not the best person to recognise people. Just this point here is my point. If your mum and dad are saying, I am your mum and dad, and you are fully convinced that they're not, a DNA would solve it. I honestly, that is my point I'm making. There's no other ins and outs of it. Do a DNA! Just do it! Just give the girl a DNA. Why don't Julia's parents do a DNA test? No need for the McCanns. Exactly. We don't even need to get them involved at this point. Literally do it with your parents. Done. Problem solved. What if he had another daughter? Just putting it out. So it's a possibility. It could be a possibility. If that DNA matched the DNA to the apartment, then maybe he's been sowing his seeds somewhere else. Who knows? Who knows? Someone also said that Madeleine was an IVF baby. I didn't know that either, but I did look into that this morning, and it turns out that Jerry said she is an IVF baby, but it was from his sperm. So he is Maddie's biological father. I presume that's correct. So pleased to see that someone's actually supporting Julia. Other than Sean Atwood, I need to check this dude out because I haven't actually looked at any of his videos yet. I didn't have time yesterday, but so many comments were telling me to look at Sean Atwood, and I promise I will do that. Who's been amazing with her. Same week, Julia released this new DNA. They arrested her at Bristol Airport on stalking charges. This is the thing, right? They arrested her. She's literally on remand until April. What has she done? What has she done to put her on remand until April? It must be pretty bad. There's literally criminals, drug dealers, there's people out there that are still waiting to be arrested or who have been released on bail. What is going on? Why have they taken this girl and just locked her up? So I'm going to have a look at that anyway. I'm going to have a check. Woman in court. Let's see what the BBC said. Something's fishy, guys. Something's fishy. Woman in court over McCann family stalking charges. I don't know when this was released. She was interviewed in January. This was the 21st of February. So this was literally just as she got arrested. So this isn't a new update unless there's an update at the bottom. A woman who claimed to be Madeleine McCann has appeared in court charged with 4 counts of stalking the missing girl's family. Okay. Julia Wendell, also known as Julia Wendell, was arrested at Bristol Airport on Wednesday on suspicion of stalking involving serious alarm and distress. Miss Wandell, originally from Poland, was remanded in custody after appearing at Leicester Magistrates Court on Friday and is due to enter a plea at the city's Crown Court on the 7th of April. So it's like we're not going to hear anything until the 7th of April. Court documents state that the 23-year-old is alleged to have sent messages, left voicemails and turned up at the family home between the 3rd of January 2024 and the 15th of February 2025. Okay, so there's like a few weeks of messages and voicemails and she's turned up at the house, which is not brilliant, but to be honest, it's not great, but she wants answers. I don't know how this is stalking. There's got to be more. She must have done more. This can't be it. It can't be, can it? The documents say that Miss Wandell is alleged to have gone to the McCanns' home in Leicestershire twice, on the 2nd of May and the 7th of December, as well as sending WhatsApp messages to Kate and Jerry McCann and Instagram messages to Madeleine's siblings. They add the conduct had a substantial adverse effect on the family's day-to-day activities when you knew or ought to have known that your course of conduct would cause harm, cause alarm or distress. It's not adding up, guys. It's not. I really want to be like transparent and just say, I really want to be on the fence with this, okay? But I just feel like something inside my stomach is telling me that this is not right. Something's going on. I don't exactly know what it is, but it just feels a bit iffy. Madeleine McCann's disappearance at the age of 3 in Portugal in 2007 is one of the most widely reported missing child cases in history and remains unsolved. This is my point as well. There has been no other missing child case that has had this much money spent on it and had this much publicity. Why? Why has this case had so much public attention? And that doesn't make sense to me either. And how is it not solved? How do we not have answers? So much money has been spent. How do we not have the answers? I don't know if there's no comments, there's no updates. Literally, that's all the information we have. The other thing I wanted to say, people kept saying she's already had a DNA. I know, and I did mention in the video that the previous DNA, she is claiming that whoever the forensic doctor was, he falsified the DNA. Obviously, I cannot confirm that. That is her allegation. I don't know if that's true. I'm literally just reporting on what is in the press at the moment. Julia's biological mum has come forward. She's provided baby pictures of Julia, and even if she didn't provide baby pictures, Julia looks just like her. I was so hopeful in the beginning that Julia was Maddie, but I just don't think she is. Now, could it possibly be Jerry is her father? I have no idea, but she isn't Maddie. Okay, that's a good observation. So from what I learned is that Julia's mother didn't have any photos of when she was younger. But again, I may be wrong. But also, if she did, you can you can get baby pictures from anywhere. As for her looking like a mum, again, could be a possibility. I don't think she does, to be honest. I don't think she does. But again, my visual recognition is not great. I thought the parents will feel happy that she's alive and their name is cleared of murder. Exactly that, right? Exactly that. Oh, again, Sean Atwood channel has a massive amount of info on the subject. Anyone really interested should check out the comparisons. I'll definitely, like I said, I'm definitely going to go and check his channel out. I might do that later today, just to have a little nosy and a little look. Because I do find the Madeleine McCann case interesting. It's because it's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. I don't think you're insane. I actually got called. Someone called me I tell you, I can't say the word anymore, but someone called me a for making this video. That's fine. To be honest, the first ethnicity test is the red flag because nobody is 100% a certain ethnicity. I don't know anything about 24andMe DNA, so I literally can't comment. I haven't actually done that myself. Maybe I should get tested to see if I'm Maddie. Maybe I should. I'm definitely not. I'm far too old. Far too old. I'm a DNA expert. This is my verdict on fake Madeleine McCann claims. A genealogy expert has weighed in on the fake Maddies who are claiming to be the missing toddler Madeleine McCann. Julia Wendell first rose to prominence in 2022 when she launched social media accounts with the username I am Madeleine McCann. She even appeared on US talk show Dr. Phil. Both claim to have DNA evidence to back up their claims. One DNA test with a celebrity physics Dr. Thea Johannesson in 2024 concluded she was 100% Polish, but she claims new results show a familial relation between her and Jerry McCann. Eugenia, who was brought up in Alaska, took an Ancestry DNA test, which she says confirms she is 68% English and Northwestern European and proves she is Madeleine, explaining how Ancestry DNA sites work and how people can get different results from different companies. Professor Churi said, depending on which company she went with, she will get different results. Ancestry testing looks at hundreds of thousands of tiny genetic differences in your DNA. They use a computer algorithm to find out who else is sharing those chunks of DNA with you. They look for genetic matches in their databases, but every testing company has its own database, so you will get different results with each company. The main issue is that Ancestry DNA companies and forensic DNA companies are not comparable in terms of accuracy. Ancestry DNA is not specific enough to be able to say that Julia or whoever this other one is Madeleine McCann, not by a long stretch. For that, you would want to do a proper forensic testing. In theory, you could use Ancestry sites, but Madeleine's parents would need to be on the database, and I don't know if they would want to do that sort of testing. I do feel for them, the McCanns. It must be incredibly traumatic to have this brought up, and if there was enough information to suggest anyone was their daughter, they would go through forensic DNA testing. To have these claims based on Ancestry DNA is not robust. During her latest revelations, Julia has claimed new DNA results were compared to DNA from the crime scene at Maddie's disappearance and proved a relationship between her and Jerry McCann. When asked about the likelihood of Julia accessing crime scene DNA, Churi simply said, "My first question is how did she get hold of that information? What DNA testing was carried out and how can they make any sort of match? I would be surprised if the data was publicly available. This is a forensic case and should be treated forensically. So how could the issue of these fake Maddies be solved once and for all?" There's a simple answer. This could be solved extremely quickly with these two women having DNA tests with the people they think are their parents. All Eugenia and Julia would have to do is compare their results with the results of the birth parents, and assuming that they match, it will instantly become obvious that they are in fact not Madeleine McCann. But this opens up a wider question. Could it be possible to find the real Madeleine through Ancestry DNA websites? Julia explained if any of Jerry and Kate's extended family members have done an ancestry test, then somebody taking a DNA test thinking they're Madeleine would get genetic matches to members of the McCanns extended family. That's insane. That's where you would start to build family trees. If Madeleine had survived, grown up, taken an ancestry test and got DNA matches to Kate and Jerry's more distant family, that would be extraordinary. In DNA Family Secrets, I have so easily found a sibling or parent for people, but it depends on who is on the database. I'm a mum and can't imagine what it must be like for a child to go missing, and then I have people claiming to be Maddie, particularly if they're making claims based on inappropriate DNA testing. That sounds pretty light. So you could literally go on to get an Ancestry DNA and find out that you're related to the McCanns. That's insane. That's insane. So that's how she's claiming she's done it. That's how. That's mental. And she basically said that it'd be really hard to get the forensic DNA and that shouldn't be available to anyone, so she probably hasn't compared it to actual forensic DNA. But if she's done an ancestry DNA and she has connections to the extended McCann family who are also on the same database, then that could be a way to prove it. That's mental. Julia has absolutely no reason to lie. She believes she is not who she's told to be. I also believe her. There is like an argument to this, right? There could be a possibility that she's lying for media attention. Some people do that because they're just a bit God, to be honest. I don't know if you would continue this lie. If it was a lie, I don't know if you would continue it for this long. I don't know if you'd continue it for this long if you were lying, to be honest. Can you imagine how stressful this must be for, like, if you're trying to convince the world that you are this missing famous child? Can you imagine how stressful that must be? The amount of hate that girl must get. You would not be able to continue. I wouldn't be able to continue doing that to myself. I'd just give up. I'd give up in the end. Whether I fought it, I probably would. I'd just be like, do you know what? I probably am. Let's just leave it now because I can't be bothered. I am not saying that Julia is 100% Madeleine McCann. I am saying the circumstances that are happening right now are a little bit strange. They're a little bit sus. And I think we can just solve the problem, whether she is or she isn't, by getting a DNA. That's literally all I've said. That's my personal opinion. If you want her to stop turning up at your house, if you want to stop receiving text messages, give her a DNA. And if at that point she's got the DNA results, they are conclusive, she is not related to them in any way whatsoever, then if she continues, fair enough, arrest her, put her in prison, do what you need to do, help her with her mental health, just whatever. But at this moment in time, there's as far as I can see, there's genuine reason why she should need a DNA, why she wants the DNA. I say need. Why she wants the DNA. I genuinely hope to God that she isn't Madeleine McCann. If she is, and she's been treated this way, it would be pretty disgusting, to be honest. It would be pretty awful. But I don't understand why they can't just do the DNA. I just don't get it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you've got any comments, just leave them below. If there's any other subjects that you want me to go over on my YouTube channel, I have had quite a few new followers and I'm not sure what you're expecting from me. But we laugh at stuff that you probably shouldn't find funny. If you like that, then that's cool. Then stick around. If not, you probably want to unfollow me, to be honest. I mean, I'm happy to appease you. So if you want me to look at some conspiracies, because I love a conspiracy, me. I do love a conspiracy. I'm a conspiracy girly. I don't believe in the flat earth, so don't even get me started on that one, okay? Because that is just a no-go. But anything else, aliens, ghosts, COVID. Are we allowed to talk about COVID? I don't know if we are. I would really, really like to make a video on the COVID vaccines. However, I don't know if that video will get yeeted off the internet or not, because it seems to be censored everywhere at the moment. Anyway, don't forget to leave this video a like, go and watch this video next, and I'll see you later. Bye! Do a DNA! Just do it! Just give the girl a DNA!